5 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, Republicans justify these irresponsible bills by claiming that more drilling will help reduce the cost of gasoline and fuel for the average American. Yet opening up even more of our country's shores to drilling will do little to help Americans at the gas pump. In reality, the United States is already producing more oil per day than it ever has. There are more drilling rigs in the United States than the rest of the world combined. The drilling plan issued by President Obama that this bill amends already makes 3/4 of our offshore oil and gas resources open to drilling. And yet 70% of the offshore areas that are leased are currently not even active. That's 55 million acres under lease, not active. The price of oil and gas is set on a global level, primarily by the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, or OPEC. At maximum output, the United States holds only 2% of the world's oil reserves, not nearly enough to significantly impact the price per barrel, which is set on a global scale. According to the Energy Information Agency, even tripling our current offshore drilling capabilities by the year 2030 would lower gasoline prices only 5 cents per gallon more than if we continued at our current levels. Gas prices are set on the world market on the basis of many geopolitical factors. For example, when the world thought Israel might attack Iran in February, gas prices went up 10% in 2 months to reach a 9-month high over fear that fuel supply lines would be disrupted. Though production in our country has actually increased every year since 2005, crude oil hit a record $147 per barrel over the same time period, demonstrating that there is little correlation between drilling levels in the United States and the price of oil. What drives the price of oil more than any other factor is the large, nonstop, worldwide demand for oil. The only way we can reduce gasoline prices is to reduce our country's disproportionate demand for fossil fuels by increasing our energy efficiency, improving the fuel mileage of our cars, and developing renewable energy resources. Federal policies should focus on these kinds of demand-reducing improvements, not on increasing the land available for drilling. And I make it very clear over and over again that I'll be the last person standing off of the shores of Florida if we continue down the path of wanting to drill in that area. Mr. Chairman, with all this in mind, my amendment requires applicants for drilling of or exploration to explain in detail to what extent and by when any oil is found on the leased property will that decrease the price of oil for the American consumer. More drilling will put our businesses as well as our environment and our health at an increased risk. And since we know that there is no correlation between gas prices and U.S. drilling, this bill is really nothing more, and I know my good friend from Washington will say that it is not a giveaway. He perceives it as not a giveaway. I do. I think that it's nothing more than a giveaway to the oil and gas companies, and my goodness gracious, have we not given them enough.